Good evening, everybody. How you guys doing this evening, man? It's February 20th, Thursday, 2025. I am your friendly neighborhood neighbor, John Carter, and this is the Ball Guys Know It All podcast. Normally we're here with the sports podcast, all things Raider, but tonight we have a very special program for you guys. Tonight we're talking about fatherless boys learning to be men. All right. Tonight's going to be about kids growing up with or without their fathers and the trauma behind it. It's going to be a personal dive into some of my issues and my guest host tonight on personal issues. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to put in the comment section. If you want to hop on the live, there is a link in the comment section to hop on, and you want to give your opinion or voice your thoughts on the matter. This is a very important topic in the community. Maybe a little deep tonight. I may shed a tear here and there, but I do want to be vulnerable because I know I'm not alone out here with these issues that I have and that we all have. Not all of us, but a lot of us have. Tonight, my guest host is going to be a bright, smart young man. He's the owner of Venue 89, which is a great event center here in Rockingham, North Carolina. This brother hopped on my post the other day, gave me a call, and said he was down to do this podcast. Very brave, I say, because tonight we're going to put it all out there. Hopefully someone that needs, some counseling, some help, gets it from this podcast tonight. If you don't mind, share the live for us, and communicate, comment. Let's go back and forth with the thoughts and questions. We're going to freestyle it, but we have some topics to go through. If you want to join again, it's going to be in the comment section. The link is there. The StreamYard.com link is there. So without further ado, I want to introduce our guest host tonight, Mr. Alfonso Pulliam. I might say it wrong. Pulliam. Either or, you guys give a strong hand clap for my good brother, Alfonso.
What's good, Carter? What's good, baby? What's good?
What's up, my guy?
Yo, we here, man. We here. We ready to do it, man.
Your phone looks crystal clear, my brother. I don't know what you got, an iPhone?
Yeah, man. I got an iPhone, man.
It looks really good tonight. But hey, first of all, I want to say thank you for hopping on here and joining me. If you guys are not familiar with Alfonso, at the end of this podcast, I'll post all his contacts in the chat. He's a very well followed guy online. He has a strong TikTok following, strong Facebook following, and also a strong Instagram following. So either when the night in or not, Alfonso, put your links in the comments. Everybody to follow you, brother.
For sure. Definitely will. I'm sending out a post on my social media right now. So people join in. I'm gonna probably do it a few more times while we getting busy. So
great. I see my mother in the comments. Hey mother, how you doing?
Hey mom.
All right, so you guys see it, man. Fatherless boys learning to be men. And that's all kind of different fatherless men. It could be guys where your dad passed away early. He wasn't there because he passed away. You don't know your father. That could be there too. Your father just wasn't around. That could be an issue too. Your father had issues with drugs. That could be an issue too. So it falls under all categories of fatherless boys learning to be men. Regardless of your situation, I think you can get some help or some advice out of our conversation tonight. How about you, Alfonso?
Yo, I totally agree, man. And that's the hopes of the live, is that there's somebody that listen in, that when they leave, they get some clarity, they get a Band-Aid, or they get something that they could walk away with that they didn't have previously, from jumping on and say, you know what, I never thought of that. I never felt like that. And because of hearing this, I can feel a little better about what I've been going through, as a young kid or even as a grown man, that I didn't have my father around, and my father was absent from my life. So that's the hopes that somebody walk away with something, some piece of value that they could go, word. I'm glad I listened in. I needed that.
Yeah. So I will be 42 years old this year. Thank God I made it to 42. And I will say I have daddy issues. I've been angry my whole life. And I'm just realizing the reason why I've been angry and mad at the world is lacking their relationship with with my father. You know what I mean? So just last week, I'm gonna be very personal, guys. Very personal. Just last week, my aunt gave me a call and said that my father was not doing too well. And my first response was, "What are you calling me for?" I mean, because literally we have no relationship, So after I hung up, I ain't gonna lie, I stood there and cried. I was at work and I cried, and it wasn't because I felt bad for him. It's like I felt bad that we don't have no kind of relationship, and he's going through this, and I don't feel a way about being there for him. You know what I mean? And I was thinking she was calling because he wanted to make right with me in case something happened to him. You know what I mean? And like I said, over the years, I've been mad, angry. Everyone that knows me really good knows that me and my father don't get along. You know what I'm saying? They know that. And I've been angry my whole life about it situation, but I'm at a point to where now I'm at peace with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him. You know what I'm saying? I wish him well. And because I realize that everyone is not as strong as me. I can't put what I would do on someone else. You know what I'm saying? My
Right.
good friend KG taught me that. I can't put the father that I want to be for my children on him because he's not me and he's not strong as I am, and you know, people our age, our parents dealt with the crack era. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Yep.
So of course my pops was a dope fiend at one time. You know what I mean? So growing up, I resented him for that. But now as a 42-year-old man, I can say I can't blame that man for being a dope head and not being there because I don't know what he was going through to put him in that position. But that's a 42-year-old John Carter, not a 15, 17-year-old John Carter.
Right. Right.
But go ahead, man. Talk to me.
Nah, you make a good point, man. A lot of us grew up in an era where, men, I say some now too, but pleasure was big, man. And there's in our culture, there's a condition where it seems like the women is very mature, they have cribs, they have homes, and the men, pleasure has gripped them heavy to where, back then it was the crack era, you had the alcohol era, you know what I'm saying? I'm not 100% sure what my dad, if I'm correct, I think my dad thing was women. Like he was his thing was just having multiple women. And I don't know the situation with him and my mom's, maybe he chose one that he was just like, how do you have some fun with, but you didn't really want to have a baby by, but she ended up getting pregnant. So now you're like, damn, I really don't want to have a baby by this one, but she's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm gonna share something a little before that because this is where, I think the certain pains came about was like, so when we was young, my mom's was a drug dealer. So she ran a drug ring, right? And obviously she was who she was, so I could kind of see, well, maybe my father decided she ain't about to be my wife material.
Hey, listen, that's a grown man saying that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He probably decided a minute when he met her, look, this ain't wife material. My mom's just rough. She's rough around the edges. She was in gangs. Like I said, she ran a drug ring with like 3 hotels. But she got busted. So they came, we was in one of the hotels. They snatched her up. And, she was dating this other dude. And he took us. And he took us to another state. he was in the drug ring too. So they came looking for him. So he left us in this abandoned house.
Yeah, story, brother.
Yeah, he left us in this abandoned house. So he flees. He ended up getting arrested as well. So now my mother's in jail. Like, yo, where the hell is my kids? So her casework is fucking search. Excuse my language. Her casework is searching. I'm like, I'm trying, Miss Carol, to find your kids. Wow. And she's in jail going crazy. Like, where am I? Nobody knows where my kids are. So they finally could get in contact with him. He tells me, yo, I left him in the state, probably by this house. So she comes to the state, gets us, finds us in the house. We've been there for like a month. And she takes us and puts us in foster care because
we like you and who else? Your siblings?
Me and my two brothers.
Okay.
And
Ages.
Sure, my older brothers, let me see, he's I think 39 or 40. My younger brothers.
At that time.
Oh, at that time we was, let me see, my oldest brother was 5. So I was about 4, and my little brother was about 2.
Wow.
Yeah. So nobody wanted us. Hold on, here we go. Here go my abandonment. So my father didn't want me. At the time, the family didn't want us, so we ended up in foster care with people that didn't want us because they treated us horribly. Correct. So we kept getting shipped around to different foster cares. Then they split us up. So then finally, my mother's mother was like, yo, I'll take him. Wait a minute. Yo, what?
It's not funny, but I definitely
what? So now my mom's, because of her upbringing, she don't know how to love though. Yeah. So she get out, we end up going with my mom, she don't know how to love. So she's like this very brash, horrible. You ever see TV shows with the parents just cursing and calling the kids stupid, retarded, dumb, stupid ass? Yo, that's her shit, whipping your ass every few minutes you get. So the abandonment wound, B.
Abandonment.
Go deep, man. And you know what happens when you go through that? Your self-esteem go with it. Your self-confidence go with it. Your self-respect goes out of here. And you live walking on eggshells because you're trying to do everything to make sure you don't make this person angry. So you're walking on eggshells, trying not to make an angry person angry. Talk about people pleasing.
So what are the different ways that the abandonment wounds show up as a child and as an adult? Like, in what ways does those abandonment issues or wounds show up as a child and adult?
Good question, man. So what happens? It depends on. It's 2 spectrums. In one way, you have the kid that's a people pleaser. The second one, you have the kid that's just obnoxiously rude and disagreeable. The problem child. You know what I'm saying? So right. So he's gonna be very, very problematic, in a lot of trouble. Very disagreeable. Yeah. Because they're both trying to do the same thing, though. They both got the same goal: get attention.
Attention, correct.
Yeah. So the kid that's being nice to everybody, his plan is, I want to get them to be nice to me and get attention. Excuse me. If I make them happy, they will in turn give me the same thing. The other kids on the spectrum going, it's like the kid in the house who's just making the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So he's making enough noise. So everybody, everywhere he goes, everywhere he around, gives him attention. Whether the attention is good or bad, a child doesn't know the process, what's good or bad just yet. They just want to feel. So correct. Any emotion is good. Correct. Any acknowledgement is good. They see me. You know what I'm saying? So that's this show. In adults is the same. You meet adults where there's nothing that's extremely, you can't do nothing to satisfy them. There's always something. And then you got those who go to the extreme to, they'll do anything to please you. They're both still searching for the same thing. So you got a person that may be 50, but that's still 10 at heart.
Yeah, for sure.
They're still 12 at heart. They never, the problem with pain is pain will keep you in the timestamp, son. So you will grow older and older and older and older, but your body's still wherever that pain stops. And you may be 60 and still live, like the 10-year-old person.
So hearing your story, you know what I'm saying, and me knowing the person you are today, and to me you're a successful young man. What were some of the things that you think that you didn't get from your dad that you should have got at an early age that you may have learned now? Like not having a dad. What are things that we don't learn that we gotta learn on our own selves? You know what I'm saying?
Great question, Carter. Authority, man. The respect for the respect of authority. Most men that grew up without their dad
Don't expect nothing.
don't respect nothing, especially another.
Right.
They can admire another man from a distance, but the minute that man get close and apply a little bit of authority,
Yeah,
they don't hear it, man. They don't want to hear it.
That's
But you know where that trait comes from?
That's
This
fact.
trait, it comes from being around too many chicks all your life, man.
Okay.
Around, and there's nothing wrong with that. Women are all slaves to be, but it comes to being around women too long in your life. So my father, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get the hold hands and do masculine things. I wasn't taught discipline. I wasn't taught structure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't taught do this, buy this to get this result. I wasn't taught failure is okay. Oh, yo, hold on, man. Hold on. We about to get crazy right quick. Listen, you could tell a man his father haven't been around, but the amount of pride he has. Not pride as the pride he takes in his work. The pride he has, I don't want to ask for help, and I don't want nobody to see me in a low position. Because I don't want nobody to see me weak. Being weak is not okay. But if you had your dad around, if I had my dad around, that time I fell off the bike, and I didn't want nobody to see me fall off the bike, he would have said, yo, hold on, it's all good, man. Get back on. And he would have guided me on the bike until I learned how to ride the bike, and guided me when was proper time to take the training wheels off. Matter of fact, that's a perfect example, man. You know how I learned to ride a bike? I used to get on my bike and ride it down the hill into a rock.
The hard way.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to stop the brake.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is once I got down there, I didn't know how to pedal back up. But with the mistakes you make, if your father was there to go, yo, hold on, man, I got you.
You said a very important word to use in that statement there, pride. You can have too much, you can have not enough. A certain level of pride you got to have to be even killed. So let's change it a little bit. Let's say somebody grew up with a father. Father was there every single step of the way. Why are some of these guys that have fathers not as driven as the ones that didn't have fathers?
Oh man, this is good. Yo, you know what? This may sound crazy, man, especially the title. The type of father you had matters too.
Ooh.
Because some fathers,
he could have been there, but
he
not
wasn't
anyway.
He wasn't a masculine man.
Correct.
He didn't have his father and grew up around his mother. But he had sex and had a kid and said, yo, and this happens, man. He said, yo, I'm not gonna do my son the way my father did me. You know what I'm saying? So he sticks there. But when you grow up without a father, or when you grow up with abandonment wounds, right? You want to prove something. You got something you want to prove, man.
A chip on your shoulder.
Yeah. You want to show like, yo, you left me, but okay. You're gonna wish you didn't do me like that.
Yeah.
You're gonna wish you found me, man. You're gonna wish you knew my name. You're gonna wish I had your last name. You're gonna see the beauty of the shit you left, man. How can you abandon something like me, man? How can you leave something like me, man? I'm not a bad person, man. I got a good heart. How could you not want to be in my life, man?
Question.
Word.
Do how well do you know your pops?
Right now we just I started talking to him I met him like 2016. You know what I'm saying? We get on the phone here and there and do our thing. You know what I mean?
Is there some traits in your dad that you see in yourself?
That's a great question. I ask my moms that all the time because
even with him not being around you or growing up with him, now that you have a kind of relationship, you talk to him, like, is there something from him and you that you're like, well, how do I even got this from you? And we have no kind of bond. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a great question. Yeah, DNA definitely. DNA gonna be DNA. I would probably say, maybe the voice. He has a very raspy kind of a voice.
okay.
I definitely got his voice. Creative side. My mother's a creative. He's a singer. I like music, so I'm thinking I probably got that. Definitely got that from him as well. So, and there's probably aspects of me that I'm not sure I got from him that I did get from him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like maybe I'm not that self-aware in the comparison to be like, yo, I got that. I don't know enough about him really to be like, yo,
yeah,
I got that.
So I'm like you, I'm driven. Like it's something that's in me. Like I work hard. Like I don't know how I do the things that I do. Like I work hard, but I'm driven. Like you said, I'm driven because I want you to see what you left or what you thought wasn't good enough to be around. But that's a me thing. I'm thinking. Like he probably not even thinking about that damn shit. Like that's me. That's me caring about.
Don't give a shit.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the fuel to my fire. So is there a positive thing or a negative thing to be driven by abandonment?
Yo, that's a great question, man. Yo,
like, I should be driven because I want to be successful because for me or for my family, not because I want to prove something to somebody who really probably don't even give a damn. You know what I mean? Or care.
Carl, that's like a great question, man. I look at it as a coin, man. You got heads and you got tails, man. It's a tax on everything. The good part about being driven is that you still have those innate masculinity qualities is up in there. You know what I mean? The desire to provide, the desire to protect, the desire to get out into this world. I look at as a man as like 4 pillars. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a warrior. You got to be a magician. You got to be a poet. You know what I'm saying? Because warrior, because you got to know how to fight for your territory. Protect what's yours. Protect your family and protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a poet because you got to learn to communicate your thoughts, communicate your visions, communicate what you're feeling to the opposite sex, to your friends, anybody involved in what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a warrior, poet, magician is because, you got to be able to, God himself had one good skill, bro. He created, man. He created. If there was a problem, he created a solution. In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. You know what I'm saying? So as men, we was given a skill to go out and create, be fruitful and multiply. Wherever there's nothing, take that nothing and make something. That's us, man. You know what I'm saying? That's us. And then we want to be a lover. The lover. Now, the lover is how we procreate in this world. This is how we keep the world spinning. This is our wives or our girlfriends, our kids, that side of us, that vulnerability, mushy side of us that we need to have to keep things going and flowing with those relationships. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what happens though with abandonment steps in, abandonment is like a thorn. Because now you more lean to one side. Because you want to prove something. Mm-hmm. You want to show something. You write to somebody that don't give a damn if you do it or not. It's like you got a TV on and they not watching it. Mm-hmm. So what happens is, and it's just great you ask this question, great you having this podcast, because a lot of people drive themselves to the ground trying to prove something to somebody that it would never prove it to. Yeah. And they would drive themselves even crazy trying to figure out why they don't get it. Why aren't they still not proud of me? Yeah. So what I had to do in my own journey, man, is go, yo, time out, man, because you're gonna go down a rabbit hole, you're not gonna be able to come back. Or you're gonna come back, you're gonna be too old, not have enough energy to do the things that really matter to you.
That really matter.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The thing that's in your, if you're gonna start a business, what's in your heart? What really matters to you? Pause money, pause the girlfriend, pause the kids, pause the family. What's in my heart? What did God give me to do? The desire to want to do. Well, as a kid, what was I passionate about? What lit me up when nobody was looking? What lit me up when I didn't have to be in front of my friends faking and shit? You know what I'm saying? Putting on a facade that I'm a cool kid. When I was the corny kid in my bedroom, what lit my heart up? Let me go. Let me find who the hell am I without
Who
my
am
hurt.
I? But hey, it's hard to find that. That's a great thing you just said. It's hard to know who you are, but you don't know where you come from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know who I am because I don't know. I only know half of me, my mother. You know what I'm saying? I don't know both halves. But to expand on what you were saying, or go back, who were the men in your life that showed you or gave you snippets or gave you the pieces to the puzzle of being a man you gotta put together? Because in my opinion, a lot of this stuff in the streets, these kids, these young kids going on, a lot of it has to do with father issues. You know, they're looking for that father figure. But who was there in your life to give you not all the game, but just enough game to put together as far as learning to be a man?
That's a great question, man. You know, and I say this, shout out to God, because it seemed like at different points in my life, different men showed up. You know what I mean? Like at different corners. It's like at times where I didn't know what I was going to do next. It's like somebody just showed up to give me that next step. So if I bring it back, first was my grandfather, which really ain't my grandfather, it's my brother's grandfather. But he just took to me because their fathers was around and mine wasn't.
Gotcha.
So, you know, he was a very masculine, mean dude, like big, you know, he was a real big, dark skinned, just mean mother, but he always had money, man. This dude always kept a pocket of money. He was like, yo, that dude, he didn't get no chick. He had a grandmother, but you can tell he wasn't the ladies, man. But his demeanor was just firm and strong, and he didn't take shit from nobody. And he'll flip on anybody. And, you know, we'll be in traffic, and if somebody cut him off, you know, he'll go find him. He'll pull out his baseball bat. Like, this dude didn't take nothing, man. This dude was raw, yo. And he always had a pocket of money. You know what I'm saying? And I see him break me off some money, and he always tell me, yo, and he always gave me, he talked to me very foul, though. That was kind of crazy. Like, he talked to me very stupid, dumbass. He told me very foul. But he always gave me nuggets of like, I'll give you one story, Carter, real quick.
Right.
Yo, so I remember I had an issue in the school, and, you know, this kid took some money from me. All right, took my lunch money. And I said, all right, kid, I got something for you, man. Yeah, he took my money, man. So I said, yo, he went in my pocket. He didn't take it from me. Like, he went in my pocket during
I
the
got
trip.
you. Yeah.
So when I find out who did it, I said, yo, I'm gonna get right to him. So I went up and said, yo, man, you owe me some money. He's like, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. I got in a fight with him. I beat him up, right? And I was so happy I beat him up. I just felt like, yeah, man, you know, took my money. So I went home and told my grandfather. And I'm like, yeah, grandpa, the dude took my lunch money. And I hit him. He said, you get him good? I said, yeah, I hit him like this. I put him in the corner. I punched him in the stomach, and it was over. I'm telling you. He said, okay, I got a question for you. He said, yeah. He said, did you do your homework? I said, my homework? Grandpa, I mean, like, nah. I mean, yo, he said, no, that's where you fucking up. This people like to think about the old Christians, but that's where you messing up. He said, yo, you don't want to just be a gangster. You need to be a nerd. Now, at the time, this sounded so stupid to me. He said, yo, you don't want to be a gangster. You want to be the nerd. Learn the ways of the gangster is cool, but learn the ways of the nerd, because the nerds run the world. So I'm like, yo, I'm like, all right, grandpa, but you know, he's mean. He's the dude you don't want to question or talk back to. So I left it alone. And I'm like, you know, and he would always come, yo, do your homework? I did it. No, I didn't. And he'd be like, you lying, whatever. As I got older, man, I look back and go, yo, I get what he was saying.
Yeah.
You need balance. If you're too gangster, you're going to live a life of a gangster. In jail or in the grave. And the people that put the gangsters in jail and keep them there, and the people that actually physically put them in the grave, were nerds. So if you learn the ways of the nerd and you learn the ways of the gangster, you'll be all right. So that was my grandfather was one. It was this other drug dealer dude where I went crying to him, coming up the block one time crying. They picked on my sneakers to school. And I was coming up the block crying, and he was like, yo, Lou, man, I'm trying not to curse, man. He was like, yo, Lou, man, what you crying for? I said, yo, man, he picking on my sneakers. So he said, what you gonna do about it? So I'm like, what you mean I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do about it? He said, what you gonna do? You gonna let them pick on your sneakers? You gotta do something about it. So I said, well, I don't know what to do. I don't got no money. My mom's is on welfare. He said, all right, so what you gonna do about it? So I'm like, I don't know what to do about it. He said, yo, you got two choices. Go take somebody's. He pulled out a bag of weed. He said, go do something with this. Real, sure, on my word, this is a real story, man. So I'm looking at like, what? Niggas in New York is weird, man. But anyway, so I'm looking, yo, man, go take somebody's. He said, I don't want to take nobody's sneakers just because you're a punk. So I'm not a punk. I just want to tell him. He said, nah, you're a punk. You come up here crying about something you don't want to have, but you don't want to go get it.
Don't go get it.
So I said,
Wow.
all right, let's go. So we were walking. Your Carter's real story, man. We were walking. So he said, what size you wear? I was like, I don't know. So, nigga, look in your sneakers, man. Were you retarded? So I looked at my sneakers. This dude was real, man. You know what's crazy? I found this dude on Instagram about 2 months ago.
Wow.
Yo, we left. Y'all better post about him on my Instagram. This dude is funny, man. But he said, yo, what size you wear? So at the time, I was like 5.5. All right, yo, we're going to find somebody with a 5.5 close to it. So this dude is really walking me in this place called 4th Avenue, Mount Vernon, to go find somebody with the sneaker size to take their sneaker, man. So he said, yo, my man over there, like, he wear your size. Go get the sneakers. I'm like, no. I'm like, no. He said, yo, man, you crying about something that go get the sneakers, man, or I'm going to get you. Carter, yo, I'm not, yo, oh God, so I go over there. Yo, I go over there. Yo, my heart, B, is like this, man. My hands are sweaty. All my little fam punkism is showing up, man. So I go to this dude. He's standing there at a you know, they got the veggie stands where they sell like fish. And this guy, man, have fruits and vegetables. So I go over there and say, yo, man. I said, yo, give me your sneakers. Yo, hey, yo, my voice is probably more high pitched than that, B. Yo, I don't want to front. My voice is probably more high pitched than that. It probably sounded like, give me your sneakers. You know what I mean? So he looked back. He was like, what? I was like, yo, he's like, yo, who the hell are you? And I'm like, give me your sneakers. Yo, this dude punched me in my face so hard. I ain't gonna sit in front of the camera, man. Yo, he punched me in my face so hard, B. He blacked my eye.
Give me your sneakers.
And yo, you know what I did? I looked back across the street, like, yo,
you help me.
Like, yo, come help me, nigga. Help, yo, cold red. This ain't going his plan. I'm about to get my ass whipped here. You know what I mean? So he's standing there like, yo, hit him. Yo, this dude punched me again. I ran back across the street. And he said, yo, you get the sneakers? Nigga, you look. He said, yo, looks like you're going to have to do something with this. You Word. But what he took me back to the block. He said, yo, I'm going to teach you how to fight, nigga. You gotta learn to defend yourself. So look, just skip all the nonsense, skip all of that. Anyway, I sucked as a drug dealer. I got in trouble for that too. But he taught me, yo, a lot of masculine, how to stand up for yourself, how to hold your space when you're around a bunch of men. So that he definitely helped me. And a few other men, even my sales manager that I met later on in life, he gave me a bunch of, showed me I don't have to be a gangster to make money.
Correct.
So that definitely helped.
I think I have a question in the comments. Do you feel like you will be a different man today if you had your father in your life? As far as I know, my dad didn't play sports, my uncle did. My son told me he doesn't think we can connect because he doesn't play sports. It stumped me. The guy I looked up to play sports. That was the first thing I knew how to do, how to love other than myself, sports. So, I personally feel like if my dad was in my life, that I would be a different person. I love sports growing up. You know what I'm saying? I was fairly good at them. You know what I'm saying? But mom's always worked. Like she was coming to games when she could and everything. But there wasn't nobody that was there pushing me to be a sports player. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if Pops was there, maybe I would have did better in sports or school. Period, man. I was a menace in school, man. I like you said, either this way or that way. I was a problem child. I stayed in ISS, OSS, trying to be seen, wanting attention. You know what I'm saying? My mom's, she worked, went to school. I was always by myself. You know what I'm saying? So when I got around others, hey, I want to be seen. I want to laugh, joke. Hey, it's me, Carter. You know what I'm saying? Searching for that attention. And like I said, this is a 14-year-old Carter looking back, and seeing what was going on. But I feel like if I had my father, life might be different, but would I change it? No. How about you?
If my dad was in my life, I'm sure to be a lot different. I don't know what he would have brought to the table. You know, again, I don't know his persona. Maybe I would have been more. I would have probably been
worse off. You never know.
You know what? I probably would have been better. Man, it sounds crazy. I might have been better with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you. I probably would have been better with the ladies. If I had him in my life, I could tell he was a very smooth dude. And growing up, I sucked with him for a while. I did, you know. So, but I will say this too, though. If let's just say if he came and I was already into something. Let's say I played trumpet. Let's say if he came in my life and he was like, "Yo, I want you to box," and I'm like, "No, Dad, you know, I want to play the trumpet." He's like, "No, box." There is residue of fathers that make the son put down a trumpet and go box. And the son may go off and be a good boxer, but in his heart, he really wanted to be a trumpet. And he may die wishing he would have played the trumpet.
Hey, I'm not cut you off. Yeah, Jose. Sure. Ain't your name, boy. But earlier, we said that earlier. Most guys who have abandonment issue from fathers are very, very aggressive coming up.
Yep.
Any authority figure, we button heads.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want nobody tell us what the fuck to do. You ain't my daddy.
Yeah, you mix that with testosterone. It's like you put it in a blender. You got testosterone. You got anger because you got to hurt that. You got to hurt that's not being seen or talked about, and you don't even, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know how to acknowledge it. And then your father's not around to discipline the anger or the testosterone. So you take that kid, put that kid around other males, your natural testosterone is going to make you already semi-aggressive. Just off the rip, just make you semi-aggressive. Make you competitive. Give you drive. So when you're around other men, and there's no book, there's no guidance on how to control that, yeah, you're going to be aggressive towards other dudes. And some men debating on sides of the aggressiveness does have levels. You know what I'm saying? Because you take a kid that was, sometimes the aggressive kid that was a little smart end up being like a gang leader. You know what I mean? But then the aggressive kid that was just too aggressive ended up being the kid that beat up everybody for the gang leader. You know what I mean? He was the pit bull. Go get him. Yo, no problem, man. But then you look at life now. If I took it to the streets, watch it. If I took it to the streets, a woman may see a ball of dudes and say street dudes, right? Mm-hmm. But if you've been in the streets, you know there's different categories. Yeah. You got the hustler. He's all about money. You got the gangster. The hustler may dress like the gangster, but the hustler ain't gonna get into it. The gangster want to get into some, I want the action, man. I don't care about the money. I just want to put my fist in people's faces, man. That's all we doing. You know what I mean? Then you got the ladies, man. He may not have the most money. He may not have the most bangers, but you better not bring your girl around him. You know what I mean? he gonna do something, you know what I'm saying? So, and most of those men don't have fathers, but they fall in different spectrums. You see what I'm saying? So,
yeah, and the spectrum they in, they like super in that spectrum.
They in that 100%.
Super like
100%.
Gangster, super hustler, super ladies man. It's not just a mile. It's just
right
gas. Question about growing up or without a father around a bunch of women. And me personally, I'm a man's man. But I'm very emotional. So I think does not having that male figure in your life and being around grandmamas and aunts and mamas, does that make you emotional or more emotional, or is it just who you are, or those abandonment issues create these emotions in you?
That's a great question, man. It depends on. There's a lot of tangibles in that. I will say this. Some of the best ladies. This is real talk, man. The best ladies, man. Some of the best ladies, men in history didn't have their fathers. Why? Because they connected with women faster. Mm-hmm. Now, again, there's another spectrum of that. That's the high end of it. The other end,
no end of it.
you know, it's two sides of that coin, man. The other, no. hey yo, right. You get the dude. He's just a little too ladylike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? With all due respect to his thing.
For sure.
But then you get the dude, you know, I was a little more awkward, man. I was very, and that's being wanted, my self-confidence, my self-esteem. Because I didn't get it. You know what happens? Carter? You got to get at least from moms. I didn't get it from mother either.
Got you.
So if I got the love from my mother, I know I would have been able to connect with women better. I didn't get that either.
Well, listen, I had mom's dukes, but I did suffer from self-esteem issues and self-confidence. On the outside, you might see it. On the inside, oh shit, it's something totally different.
Right, man. You know what I'm saying? And you, I don't know this maybe you and moms, she was there, but maybe like you said, she worked a lot. She wasn't there to drill you with a lot of attention and a lot of, you know, caressing and crazy love to where when the son is all mom's got, moms overshout. Listen, if you look at mothers and their sons, you coach, that little kid get hit a little hard, mom's in the stands like, who hit my baby? Who hit my baby?
If her son ain't playing, she more
no, right. So that passion a mother has for her son is if it's strong, that'll turn him into the ladies' man. But if that's not there, like my case, you know what I'm saying? Not speaking to everybody, but I was kind of awkward, man. I didn't know how to handle. Here we go. I didn't know how to handle being vulnerable. A mother allows you to be vulnerable. A mother allows you to share those emotions because she's gonna give them back to you. So you could be warm in mom's arm. You could go lay in mom's bed. You could be so soft around you. You look at a man that's close to his mother, the kid is soft. Now, she may kiss him on the cheek. You're like, yo, stop. But you look at what he talked to her about. You look at the way he is around. He's almost melting around his mother, and he's very protective of her. If I got deep, man, there's a story of Oedipus Rex about the moms and the kid, their relationship, but that's neither here. Never mind that, right? But, yeah, never mind that. But, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have the mother love, so I was awkward around. I had to learn that too, man.
I think me growing up, as far as dealing with women, it was being afraid of rejection.
That's 89% of men, man.
Being afraid of rejection.
Afraid of rejection is rough, man.
that was my issue. I got a question here. How do you think society views fatherless men, and do you feel it affects your identity?
If you run with, I know if you're about to answer, Carter.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? When a man presents himself, he tells his story. So the goal of this podcast, and I hope, is that we get to rechange the story you have about your father not being there. This is what I had to do, man. Because whatever story I have in my head and I have in my heart is the story I live out in my life. All the residue of it. Because that's all I bring. We live through stories. You know what I'm saying? So what I had to do, and what a suggestion to be in this situation is rechange this, not neglecting the pain, not neglecting what you feel, but you got to rechange the story you have about who you are. So instead of, and this is what I had to do, instead of going, yo, my father left me, I'm not good enough. My father left me because he didn't want me. My father left me because, my mom's, my family, because I was dark-skinned. He's like, my father left me because I was dark-skinned. My father left me because I was worthless. My father, whatever reason I gave myself, that was hurting me, man. That was destroying me from the inside out. And those are the worst pains because can't nobody help you with what you won't share. So I'm dying and nobody know it. I'm weird. I'm weird. Nobody knows it, man. I had to rechange that story and make it empowering. And look at it and go, you know what? I'm going to be a better man because of what I've been through. I'm not just a fatherless kid. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter. I'm going to take whatever he did give me. Whatever he gave me, man. Because I'm here, so that means he gave me some life. I got a DNA. And I'm going to make the best of it. He don't owe me nothing. And I'm going to go as far as forgiving him because I'm the bigger man. That's what makes me a man.
So is that what allowed you to forgive your father? That
Yes,
right there?
I had to decide what kind of man I'm gonna be, man. Because listen, how I handle one thing is how I handle everything. Life don't let you escape nothing. So if I
Oh,
grudge
say
against
it
my
again.
father,
Say it
that
again.
grudge is gonna show up in my life somewhere else. When I'm talking to when I'm talking to a customer, the grudge I have against my father is gonna show up when I'm talking to that customer because I haven't got big enough. When I get big enough and I can let that little petty whatever he did, that's small to me. I'm a mountain, B. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hemisphere. I'm a galaxy. Well, I'm gonna let one planet control the whole galaxy, man.
But
So
how
when
do
that
you get to
customer
that
show up
point?
to when that customer show up to me with Alfonso, we didn't get. I'm sorry. I'm big, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm big in the inside, man. You know what? As a man, look at it like this, Card. Despite what happened to us, we gotta imagine a rock in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and it's standing out in the Atlantic Ocean. All the water is hitting that rock from all sides. A tornado may come, and it's gonna push the water against that rock harder. That rock ain't gonna move, man. That rock is gonna sit there till that storm is over. The water moves. What's the water? The problems in my life. What my father did, what my mother did, what my girlfriend's doing, what my wife is doing, what the city's doing, what the town over there is doing, what the world is doing. It can hit me. It ain't gonna move me, man. It ain't moving me. My father, when he forgiving him, that's nothing. Here, take that, man. Take that. And I'm forgiving. I'm not even forgiving you for you. I'm forgiving you for me because I'm too big. My purpose is too big to walk around with that thorn in me, man.
I'm forgiving you for me.
For me, I'm letting it go for me. I need that space so I could so I could produce the man that I'm supposed to be. I can't allow you to hold that space on me no more, man.
You
That
said
shit gotta.
that was deep. You said you and your father have spoken since like 16 or whatnot on the
Yeah.
phone or whatnot. Have y'all spoken about the reasons he wasn't there and actually forgiving him? Have y'all spoken about the issues or just straight ignored them and just talked?
Nah. I brung it up, man. And remember I said when we talked, I said, I forgave him before I met him. So meaning, me being a man, here's one thing men get on women about that men have too. They don't like accountability.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Men don't like accountability. If a man grew up in the fight, he don't like accountability either. So I knew remember I said, how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah, I like that one.
If he wasn't big enough to find me, if he wasn't big enough, the nigga lived a few blocks over, man. If he wasn't big enough to come check on me, if he wasn't big enough to come pick me up on my birthday when he promised me out of his soul and told Jesus Christ that he would, if he wasn't big enough to do those things, do you think I would think he changed and become big enough to give me a legit reason why he wasn't in my life?
Wow.
I already came to the decision that no matter what he say, he's forgiven already, man. If you could say, I didn't like it, don't matter. Because I already let go of the effect that was going to have on me.
Oh, was that a major weight on you up until that point?
Yeah.
And do you feel like releasing that weight changed your life?
Big time, man. Big time, man. I had a lot of, listen. I don't know who's on here. I even put myself on the cross like this. Bro, in this town, bro, I lived here when I forgave my father, man. If I tell you about some of the hard times, I was homeless in this town. Nowhere to live in this town, right here, rocking here. Homeless, B. When you get to nothing and you get to rock bottom, you start rethinking a lot of shit, man. Because, see, one thing I didn't have when I didn't have my father, the one thing I had to develop was raw strength, man. That, son, this is me talking to me, man. You alone, dog. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to rescue you. You got a decision to make. Is this going to be your destiny? And I'm sitting in the van with everything I own in it, parked in the back. There's a building across from the food line on 74. I was parked back there, getting some sleep, man. And I said, is this going to be your destiny, man? And I'm searching out. And you know who I'm blaming? This is me being, I'm gonna be 100 with you, Carter. I'm blaming my mother. I'm blaming my father. If he was in my life, I wouldn't be like this. If he was in my life, I would be sitting in this van. If my mother wasn't like this, if this person like this, if the town wasn't like this, yo, nigga.
Everybody but you.
Yo, and ain't none of that coming to get you up out of this goddamn van and somewhere to sleep tonight. Who are you gonna be, man? And I made a decision, yo. And this is why I got the Poe brand. If anybody know my Instagram, it's Poe, P-O everything, power over everything. I would no longer let anything have power over me, man. No longer. And I said, yo, I gotta forgive him. Because my masculinity is not gonna turn into what it to be. Because I'm being a female by holding on to an emotion.
So I'm gonna cut you off, but at your lowest point, your daddy issues help change your life.
Yep.
So it was your, well, it wasn't only daddy issue, probably was mama issues. Your relationship with people who brought you in this world was affecting your life, and until you forgave the people, you couldn't grow.
Couldn't grow. Because whatever you holding on to is holding you. I call them secret bondages, man. You don't know they exist. But they're guiding you. I check this out. This is how deep this shit goes, man. Our bodies is ran by something called a subconscious mind, right? We don't know what's making our body do certain things. We have no idea. So meaning we also don't know what's inside of us making us act in certain ways, making us express ourselves in certain ways, making us get sick when we get sick, making us get headaches when we get headaches, making us respond to incidents, accidents, situations. Those is not choices, a lot of them. There are pains and experiences that's in us making us respond to those things a certain way. And until we get to the root of those pains and situations, we will always respond to the things we respond to the same way, which will always produce the same life we have. And if I want to change my life, I got to change the way I respond to the situation that's being brought in front of me. In order to change the way I respond to the things that's being in front of me, I got to change the way I'm feeling about what's in me. What the fuck? Excuse me. What's going on inside of me, man? So since we on fathers, forgiving my father, it was a weight because I wanted to hold him accountable. I wanted to hold him accountable. I wanted him to see. I'm fucking homeless, and I want him to be proud of me. I'm doing a bunch of stuff so he can be proud of me. Obviously, it ain't working. I'm homeless.
It ain't working.
God, yo. Damn, we got me being real on here, man. Yo,
Hey,
it ain't working. I'm homeless, man. I'm in the van, son. I'm sleeping out in the van, man. I had to let that go, man. So my masculinity, the strength, yo, I tell you what, anybody watching this, B, anybody watching this, man. Yo, we're going to talk about forgiving the father real quick. How you do that, B? And forgiveness, you got to go into your heart. Get a quiet spot in your heart and think about your father. Think about how you felt. Think about who you even wish he was, who you wish he was in your life. Think about the pain you felt, the anger, watching other kids with their father, man, wishing that was you. Watching movies with the fathers taking the kids to the park, and you trying to watch it, you laughing, but inside you like, yo, where's that for me, man? Why I wasn't good enough to be loved, yo? Yo, was something wrong with me? Mom, was something wrong with me? And get all of that and say, you know what? Yo, in your heart, Pops, I forgive you. I let this go. You didn't know any better. Because I truly believe, now this is what I do believe, Carter, that he did the best he could with what he knew. And if what he knew was not structure, was not discipline, was not care, was not concern, if he didn't know those things, I can't hold it against him no more. But it's my
God, I don't mean to go by. I have to make one to the bathroom. 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? If he didn't know those things, I can't hold that against him. Because he just didn't know. He just had no idea. So, and for a long time, I felt like, yo, the nigga just didn't care about me. Life is unfair. No shit. You get to the point when you get in your real funk, you be like, yo, nobody cares about me. You know, you're arguing with your girl, you be like, yo, nobody cares about me. And you realize, yo, I gotta let all that go, man.
I'm getting old, boy. I can't hold it no more.
No doubt, no doubt. You go, yo, I didn't know. So you realize you gotta let it go. Once you let it go, you start to feel this energy, this beast, this lion, this conqueror, this warrior, just start to rise up in you, man. This bigness that you've never felt before. Like, yo, I'm a beast. Let me see. I never had to forgive my cousin. I never had connection with him. I never cared or felt the need to hold anything against him because excuses are only acceptable to those who make them.
Hey, now, man, I read that and I hear that and I believe you, but I promise you, somewhere in your life, relationships, that connection of not having him is affecting your relationships. I promise you. I mean, you know, I think it is, but it is for me. How do I be a great husband if I ain't never seen what a great husband is? How do I be a great father if I don't know what a great father is? I can act as if what I know to be one, but how do I actually be one? Me personally, you know, not having that relationship has affected me as a dad myself. You know, I'm not the loving, caring dad that I want to be. You know what I mean? I'm a provider. I'm there when my kids need me, but I'm not that super loving dad that I would want to be because I don't know what it feels like to be just a loving dad. All I know is let me prepare you for this cruel world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the super loving dad with my kids that I would love to be the super cool dad but all I know is provide for you and prepare you for this cruel world because the world is not going to be no loving, kind world. So it's hard for me to be a loving, kind dad because I want to prepare you for the world. But I want to be a loving dad. I want to be a dad that you can come to and tell everything. But I guess that connection I don't have it, you know, and that's just not me as a dad, but also me as a coach. I'm not no super loving coach. I'm a strict, these are the rules, coach. Either do it or don't because the world is cruel. The world don't care about any excuse you have. The world don't care what hand you was dealt. You got to figure it out. The world don't owe you nothing. You got to figure it out. So that's how I am as a father. And I don't like it, but it's just what's made me from being fatherless. I assume. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely a good point, man. You know, I don't know, you know, whoever that was, I don't know the situation, but it's easy to say I didn't miss what I didn't have, but we also don't know what I didn't have, how it's affected me, and what I could have gained if I had it. So I will say this: fatherhood, there is levels to fatherhood. This is why I don't dismiss. Hey, maybe it was meant for my father not to be in my life because
yeah, that too.
He would have capped me. So
Yeah.
I will say this: one of the benefits is that I had to go find information now that no man was able to give me. Check this out. In masculinity as a man, I have to look at every area of my life as a man and go, where did I peak? Could I have went higher? My relationships with women. Remember I said I sucked with women. I just couldn't talk. I remember trying to go talk to a girl one time. The goddamn words wouldn't come out of my mouth, man. And rejection sucked. But watch this, yo. I went and got good at rejection. So hold on. I want to, man, I hope no shorties I'm flirting with get on this joint. Yo, look. So I went and did a study on rejection because I wanted to get good at that area. I wanted to. It was a passion of mine. So I went and got rejected. 30 days, man. 30 days to test to see how, because I wanted to see how strong I was emotionally as well. See, again, we don't know what we don't miss. So we don't know. If life don't test us in that area or we don't think we missed the test, we don't know. There's levels to my physical. There's levels to who I am physically. There's levels to who I am to my girlfriend. Getting her is one thing, but am I the admirer? Am I the superhero? What? Yo, say if I was in my business, there's levels to who I am as a businessman. So, yes, I made the connection with my father. I could dismiss it, but what didn't I get? I didn't maybe not got nobody to take me to the levels of where I could be as a man as a whole. I don't just want to be a man, bust nuts and a couple of chicks, do a few jobs, make a few dollars and say I'm a man. Nah, there's levels to this. There is, 80% of crash outs is men because they don't know what to do. They had nobody to take them to that next level of their own emotions. In my job, or if I was working a gig, there's levels, not the levels to position. Well, I'm the manager, I'm the CEO, no. There's levels to how well I can do that job. There's levels to how well I express my ability to do. There is levels to everything, man. Levels. And this is why, even without a father, masculinity talk is so important. Because I would like for me to stand in front of my girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? And she's admired by me. And I'm not doing it so she could be admired by me. I'm doing it so I could be admired by me. But because of how admired I am by me, she's admired by me also.
The chickaroo.
I'm pulling the power back for me. Yeah. The selfishness may sound as men, we got to be just a little bit. It's about me. But how far can I take me? If I do soul searching, I have to ask myself, where am I slacking at? Never mind where I'm good at. What can I get better at? What can I get better at?
For sure. Like I say, this conversation is not only for fatherless men, because we all wasn't fatherless. This is for the ones that had the fathers in their life, but really wasn't there. Because your dad could have been in the house and still not there for you, or in the house and not giving you exactly what you need to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just for one that wasn't there. Some of you guys had dads in your life, and he didn't do what he was supposed to do either.
You know what? That's common as crap, man. That's very common, man. You know how many people is fathered by? I ain't gonna say none, man. Let me watch our words, just be, because I don't know who's watching. But you know what I mean? It men is fathered by men. I want to say this word: incompetent.
Incompetent, yeah.
Meaning they didn't know what they didn't know. See, that's why I said before, I gotta take whatever was given to me. Whatever my dad gave me, whatever he was, lessons, whatever, even if he wasn't there, missing, whatever, even if he was there. And I got to multiply that by tenfold. It's my duty to take that and multiply that by tenfold. Whatever area I am pursuing in life, whatever area I'm involved in, I need to learn that to the best of my ability. I need to become competent at that at the best of my ability. Because this is what's going to shape fatherhood. Because now, if I have a kid, I have so much I can give to them about so much different things because of my competence. Not by I read it, not by I heard it, because of my competence. Son, you want to play sports? Listen, here, boom. Son, you want to do this? Daughters, listen, oh my God. Let me get into fathers with daughters. Who I am as a woman. How I am with women. The good, we men, we about to go with. We about to go there.
It sounds like it.
And the bad. The bad don't necessarily have to be I didn't get girls. The bad could be maybe I lot of girls. Maybe I hide things from girls. Maybe I'm not the same man with my friends I am with my girls. If I have a kid, kids pick up on emotion faster than they pick up on principles.
Yeah.
So they pick up the emotion the household is feeling. This get deep, man. This get crazy, man. And I'm saying it because I had to address those things in myself, myself, man. You know what? If I was real 100, my wounds made me settle for certain things in life, man. You know how many men settle for certain girls because of rejection? They just don't think they're good enough to have this. They don't think they're good enough to do this. They don't think they're good enough to pursue this. They're worthy enough to pursue this. Nah, man. If it exists, it's yours.
Ooh.
You are created to go. Yo, some women know they might get mad. I'm about to be real strong. You are created to look at this world
It's yours.
and go take whatever it is. Not Rick now. Let me fix it. Rick. But you're created to go into the world. And whether it's a thought, whether it's an idea, whether it's a curiosity, and go have some. You know what I mean? You know what? We take our goal. We don't even want to make it a goal. We just want to make it an experience. I just want to experience it. I just want to feel what it's going to feel like for me to have. I just want to have some. That's masculinity. That's what the world is. I ain't gonna say, again, you're not doing it for the world, but that's what makes us internally strong. What fixes some of the things in us that we can't go back and repair. Time is gone already.
Time is gone.
But I could take what I have now, at the age I am now, with what I have now, my knowledge and information's everywhere now.
Is that the secret to healing and loving yourself? Is finding the knowledge and also forgiveness. Is forgiving people who've done you wrong. Is finding the knowledge, becoming competent of your situations, emotions, feelings. Is that the key to finding peace and loving yourself and forgiving those who've not been there for you?
Yo, that's a deep question, man. I'm gonna be raw.
Because at the end of the day, you have to find a way to love yourself in the way you want to be loved.
Right. Yep.
Because you can't love somebody else for real if you don't love yourself. And being a broken person is a very, very rough thing. But how do you find the way to love yourself through it all? And I know there's not one answer to it, but if you had a way of saying it, let's hear it.
Sure. I would say, if I skip the comp, you know what? Let's be one. Let me get raw. Skip the competence, skip the job, skip the family. It does start with loving and accepting yourself. Most men have things about themselves they can't accept.
As people, anybody.
Right. And it starts with going, sure, childhood wounds play effect in that. Because when a child realizes a parent didn't do right, whether they admit it or not, something inside of us, and it's crazy the way the mind works. When you experience a pain that you don't have an answer for, your mind makes up a reason.
That's trauma.
Right. That's how trauma. All trauma is pain that you don't know the cause.
Yeah, that's trauma. Yeah.
And it sits there, and it's going to express itself.
Yeah.
But it also takes from you, and until you could go and say, you know what, this is what is big right here. If I didn't make a lot of money, if I didn't have the best job, if I didn't have the best car, if I had the best house, if I don't think my nose is the best, if I don't think my eyes are the best, if I don't think my skin complexion is the best, if I don't think my whatever about me visually is the best, I'ma love me regardless. Because here's the truth. Love is an inside job. It's not done with the five senses. So if anything I can see, touch, feel, smell should not affect the way I feel about me, whether I have it or don't have it. Remember I said my brain was always power over everything, meaning I'm taking power back from anything that can affect the way I feel about me. So me not having two pennies to rub together ain't going to affect the way I feel about me. Me not having a relationship I think I should have, expectation, is not going to affect the way I feel about me. Me not having the shape, the hairline, the guy, my barber messed up. You know what I mean? Me not having all of this, all of what everybody, the world tells me I should have. Fuck it. I mean, excuse me. Forget it.
Get it.
It's not going to change the way I feel about me. Because if I didn't exist, my five senses wouldn't know they exist. And what I'm going to do from now on is control. Yo, it's real, man. Yo, this is real, man. Yo, I'm not going to let my five senses tell me who I am. I'm a man. I got dominion by my DNA. I'm going to tell my five senses, this is what's up. This is who we are. I'm going to walk like it, talk like it, act like it, think like it, because there's a flag in this motherfucking ground of who I am.
Who I am.
And the world don't got to accept that.
Fuck them.
But it's going to feel that. It don't have a choice. And because of that attitude, now watch this. Everything in my five senses decides it once, I'm gonna be able to give it just a taste. I may not can give it all, Carter. I may not get Trump money in my lifetime, but I'm gonna have a little something. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm gonna have a little something. I may not have America's top model, but I'm gonna have a pair of boobs and a set of boobs and some booty I like. You know what I mean? I can look at it at night and go, word. You know what I mean?
Word.
Sometimes they gonna be sweet. You know what I mean? I may not be shaped like a bodybuilder, whatever have you, but yo, I like me. I can move. My limbs work. I love me, man. I love me. And I'm not letting nobody, no rejection, no opinions nobody have about me. I'm gonna do a self-analysis if I'm wrong. But at the core, I'm gonna be wrong, fix myself, and still love. I'm gonna live from love within out, and forgiving my parents allowed me the space to do that, because as long as I was holding a grudge to them, holding a grudge means I feel something's wrong with me or inside of me. If I don't have a grudge, I don't have nothing that inside of me. See, I gotta free what's inside of me so I could be a man.
Listen, I was just going to ask you, but I think I have your answer right there. If you could talk to your 12 or 13-year-old self, from the age you are now, talking back to your 13-year-old, 12, 14-year-old self, what would you tell yourself then that you know now?
I would grab myself by the shirt. Yo, I would grab myself like this, and I'm gonna go, come here. Come here. You're strong. You're fucking, you're powerful. You're amazing.
Great.
You're brilliant. You're a conqueror. You're a warrior. The world is yours. Say I love me. Say I love me. Because I had a hard time saying I love you. Say I love me. This be me. Say I love me. I love me. Say it louder. I love me. Say it louder, man. I love you. Now listen here. All you got in this world is you. But you all you need. You're going to be with you. You're going to walk with you. And you're going to be surrounded by you everywhere you go. You make sure the relationship you got with you is superior to everything. Don't let nobody put any poison in your mind. You decide what you're going to believe. You decide who you are. And I got your back through it all. Let's go.
Hold on, man. Hold on 1 second, because that was amazing. Hold up.
That's what I would tell me, man. Yo, tell me, man. And you know what, Carter? I'm gonna be 100 with you, man. And I don't want to front. I got these index cards, man, that I write my affirmations on. And if I don't know if they, some of you might be from girls that I've dated, man, they used to look at me like I was crazy sometimes until they got used to me. But I would get up in the morning, get in my mirror, and I got some of it written on my mirror. And I read these sayings to myself, man. You are amazing. You are loved. You are beautiful. You are cherished. The world loves you. Everybody loves you. Because it's easy to get into, you're a business owner. Let me bring it home, man. You're a business owner.
Yeah.
We get into these, and I don't know who watches, so I'm trying to be careful what I say.
Scenarios in your head, you create all kind of stuff.
Nobody cares about me. Nobody wants to support me. Nobody this, nobody that, nobody. It's nobody. Nigga, what about you? What about you? What are you doing for you?
For sure.
What are you going to do anyway? Okay, and now what? Well, nobody, now what, man? Then I grab myself again. You are a conqueror. You are a warrior. You are strong. You got power over everything. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's figure it out.
Yo, man, nobody owe you nothing, man.
Nobody.
No, this world don't owe you nothing. You better use what, yo, God gave you a brain. God gave you a body. You better clap your hands, turn into a musician, and make whatever you want to appear. You waiting on who, the world? Nigga, you crazy? You better get to work. Yo, you better stand up. Don't you get erect? Don't you? Yo, there's a reason why you get erect. That's your manhood, man. Erect yourself in this world. Yo, make them feel you. Make them acknowledge you. Stand up, man. Bow on your knees. Who gonna do what for you? Who not doing, nigga? Yo, I'm passionate about the subject, man.
Yeah, we can tell. We love it, man. I love it, man. I love it.
It's my life, man. This is my life, man. This is me. Yo, when nobody's looking, this is my girls. The girls I've dated, man. Girls I've dated, man. And I say this because I don't like to be a front. You know how people get on camera. You know, girls I've dated will probably maybe call me weird. But I tell you what, man, they see this, yo, they see what I'm doing. They be like, yo, you gonna be with me? You reading. Yo, another thing that changed my life, yo? Reading, B. I thought it was corny. I thought it was, I was too busy for it. Yo, I read like a vulture, B. Because there's so much out here that I don't know. And look, I tell you, you know what? Let me sum this up, man.
Go ahead, bro.
You asked me a question. You say, yo, Fonzo, you asked me something. You say, yo, put it into the words. Right? There's a lot of things that we already know. There's a lot of healing we already know how to do. We just don't have the words or the guidance on how to activate that in us. So I started reading, not so this month knows something more than I know. We all connected to the, if I got really galaxy-wide, we all connected. No man has one thing another man don't have. No man's more superior than another man. You know, God gave us soul equal, whatever. So I just read to activate the word, to activate the training, to activate the guidance on how to go on myself, find those things, and pull them out. You see what I'm saying? Or to empty the garbage can of my mind of what I'm not, who the people want me to be, what my mother or my daddy said I wouldn't be, what this person told my teacher said I may never amount to. You know, when my neighborhood, nobody in my neighborhood did this and this. So what makes you think getting all that shit out my head, son. I'm black, so I'm a black man, so that means I can't. Yo. Fuck all that limit talk, man. Mm-hmm. I get in those books to see, and I get it. Make sure I find people that look like me. Sometimes came from the harsh realities I came from. You know, I said we're not the rose from the concrete. We that dirty piece of concrete. They had to break ourselves off from the pack. They had to polish ourselves off. They had to turn ourselves into marble and try to find a store to sit ourselves in so somebody could come and see our value and pay for us. That's us, man. We ain't the fucking rose. The girls may be the rose. We the concrete. I would never lose my heart. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But I was the dirty piece of concrete. And people that know me back in the day would probably say, yeah, the nigga was dirty. He probably wore the same outfit. He borrowed his friend's shoes. You know, at times maybe his breath stunk. His hair wasn't cut. Because his lights was off. His water was off. His mom's was on drugs. His stepfather was on drugs. Maybe some drug dealers may say, I remember that little nigga. I remember when his moms and his stepfather was at the stoplight and we walked up and made them get out the car so we could search the car and see if he had our money. That's what they may say about me. But what I say about me is I'm worthy, man.
Great.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, topic crazy, man.
For sure, man. Hey, it's about 9:21, so let us get to what topic says. For the ones who are still struggling, I'm still struggling with the issue of abandonment, but I am definitely learning to speak about it. I'm learning to get advice from people who've gone through it, and honestly, it's helping me. This podcast right here is helping me, to get it out, to hear everybody's situation or what they've been through. I realize my shit wasn't even that damn bad. I thought I had the worst. You know what I mean? But my question was going to be or my point was, I have learned that it wasn't my fault that my father wasn't there. It was whatever he was dealing with, and I had to put that that reasoning or that guilt not on me. It's on him. You know what I mean? And I gotta learn to deal with. It was okay. I made it out. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I did good without it. And just let that anger go. The stereotype of being an angry black man. I realized I've been an angry black man my whole life. You know, based on trauma and not knowing the sub traumas of always being mad and always being defensive.
Yeah, that's
I'm always defensive. Everyone never has a good reasoning of dealing with me. They always got ulterior motives. Some do, but everybody isn't always against me. You know what I'm saying? And I think that comes from that same trauma also, and being able to cut anybody off. Like I can cut you off at a drop of a dime, and you don't exist this world to me no more. And I can live with that inside of me, or that anger and hate for somebody, because this is what I always done, or what I know. But like you said, that should make you depressed. That should make you sick. That should make you whatever. I'm at a point to where I want to release all of this hate, all of this negativity. I can't speak all this positive stuff and harbor so much negativity inside of me, you know. So
let's do it now. Let's do it now. Let's do it right now. Yo, hold on. Listen. Hold on. I'm gonna do it with you, man. Hold on. Now we here now. Screw it. Yo, listen. Let me say this, man. Let me say this. When you look at one, I would say this, I don't know why. Again, I'd be trying to say something. I don't know who's watching, right? But I would say, and I do this daily, you know, is go redefine your story. And write your story always as you the hero. You always the hero. So meaning, when you understand anger, all anger is misdirected passion. So meaning it's like a strong bullet, it's like a grenade, man. But it's where you throw it that matters. You can throw it at a bunch of kids, you know what I mean? Like, yo, or you can throw it at a bunch of warriors trying to kill the kids.
yeah,
But it's where you throw that grenade. But if you get angry, that means you got a lot of passion, brother. That means you care. Now, anger is still a person that cares. That means really you got a big heart.
huge.
That, despite the fact of if what you feel about your father, the reason why it bothers you, because you know you would care.
I would.
You know, like, yo, you looking at you, going, yo, you would. And I felt the same. I don't feel like I'm fucking talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Yo,
right. You're right.
I would, yo, you care. Your heart is big. So you look at that and go, you know what? That's a positive trait, man. Because if I didn't have these wounds, wait a minute. If I didn't have these things in my heart, if I didn't have this weight that I really, you know, I don't want to let go, because it's been my story for so long. When people ask me about my dad, I give them the same story.
Same story.
But the more I give the story, I give the same emotions. The more I give the same emotion, I give responses that's going to show up in the future. The more I give the same responses, the more I could build a house around me. I mean, this is me, man. I could go start this, I could go do this, go do that, go do this, get this girl, get that girl, get this, have money over here, have a car over here, have some clothes over here. But inside that house, I'm still a bitter motherfucker. I'm still, my pains is there. You know what I mean? When I walk in, or when nobody's around me no more, and I'm alone in my bed, and nobody cares how much money I got, nobody calling about my business, my girl ain't bothering me. I'm alone with me. Them pains go, yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Up?
Yeah, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you up? I got something for you, man. I got some anxiety for you.
We ain't going to sleep, brother.
Yeah, I got some stress for you. So
Yeah.
what I was, you know what I'm saying? It's coming. So what I would say is, yo, right here we're doing right here. Yo, simple, yo, in the Bible, man. You ain't gotta be religious to understand, but this is to me, one of the most powerful scriptures. In the beginning was the word. This is the first scripture, the first scripture in the Bible, B. In the beginning was the Word. Watch this. And the Word was God, and the Word was with God. The Word was God. What? Abracadabra. What I speak shall exist. So no matter what you study, it all turns back to the same thing. So meaning right here, right now, something like, yo, and it's crazy. When we're going to do it, but you might even go back. You say, you know what? Right here, right now, I'm going to do it with you, man. Yo, I don't care who watching, man. I ain't ashamed. Right here, right now. I can say, yo, you say it with me, man. We gotta act like we brothers right here. Good, you brother and little brother.
Let's go.
Dad, I forgive
you. Oh.
Come on. So, Dad, I forgive you.
Father, I forgive you. I feel like Dad is a little personal.
No. If it gives you an emotional reaction, that's what you want to step into. Whatever gives you the emotional reaction, you want to step into, because then you healed it. Whatever brings resistance, you step right there because you heal it, right? You heal it right on the spot. It doesn't mess with you. It's crazy, man. You go, yo, Dad makes you feel like there was a connection. You go, Dad, I forgive you. Dad, I ain't ready. Bro. Yeah, no doubt. Listen, I'm gonna do it. Dad, I love you. Dad, I understand. Dad, I appreciate what you did for me. Dad, I appreciate you creating me. Dad, I'm gonna let you have your peace. Dad, I'm gonna let you have your life. Dad, I deserve to have my life. Fonzo, you're amazing. Fonzo, there's great things for you to do in this world. Fonzo, you can no longer afford to let anything hold you back. Fonzo, the world is waiting on you. Fonzo, there's people out there that you inspire. Fonzo, there's people out there, Carter, that need you. Fonzo, there's people out there that you haven't reached yet that you're going to reach. I'm saying, same as you too, man. You know what I'm saying? You do a lot of things for the community, man. And there's kids, there's adults. Man, imagine this, man. There's adults. Imagine, this is powerful, man.
If I have more adults that be watching.
Yeah, that come that you run a football organization. So that means there's sub coaches that come around you for guidance on what to do next. That look to you. So you know what? If you just said nothing else, you said nothing else. This is one healing word. I know this word. You just go, yo, I'm worthy, man.
I'm worthy.
I'm somebody, man.
I'm somebody, man. I'm worthy.
I'm worthy. Yo, and believe, yo, I am worthy. Like, yo, I am somebody, man. I am loved, B. Yo, like, yo, hold on. When I cure the negative, yo, people do love me, man. As me. Even with my, you know what I'm saying? Even with my flaws, they love me, man. People care about me, man. Like, yo, for real. I thought because I had this issue, this challenge, this flaw, nobody, yo, they love me, man. My wife loved me, man. My kids, they love me as me. I don't gotta be a front. I don't gotta be this person now. With all my flaws, with all my anger, with all my things, they love me as me. I am worthy, man. Yeah. I don't gotta prove nothing to nobody. Damn, all right, that's it, man. I know I've been running my mouth, man.
God, you good? Yeah, listen.
My motherfucking eye.
Listen. We're gonna need a one-on-one session.
Yo, I got a little creeper, man. Yo, let's end it, man. I got a little war. I can't let the people see.
Hey, listen.
Yo,
Hey, hey, everyone who watched tonight podcast, thank you guys so much. Thanks for sticking around an hour and a half with us. Fonzo, I'm gonna need me a one-on-one session. That way I can really cry. I don't cry in front of the world right here and stuff. So I can't lie. I am holding back a little bit because I don't want to be too fake.
Same here, Pete. Same here.
But definitely, thank you so much for your story, your advice, and your knowledge on the subject, man. I think somebody listened tonight and felt like, oh, I'm not alone. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
dope.
And other people, and don't be afraid to reach out to me, reach out to Fonzo. You want to talk about it? You know what I'm saying? Reach out, man. There's people out here who don't mind talking about issues and helping you out, man. We're here to help each other. You know
That's a
what I mean?
fact. Man. That's a fact.
So Fonzo, man, talk to me, brother. What do you have coming up? In business or life? Talk to me.
Sure, man. Yo, listen. In business, we got the comedy show happening March 1st. Anybody want to come out? I didn't really want to promote it on because I think this is a very sentimental.
No. We still,
you know what I'm saying?
we
Plug
still
this
singing,
in.
man.
You know what I mean? But we got the comedy event March 1st. But I am working some things, working on some things with the personal brand. You know what I'm saying? As far as speaking, putting myself out there hard as a speaker and creating products to where, but the brand is power over everything, and how to take your power back from, all situations in life and just, become the man you really dream you could possibly be, man. I do want to, that's my moves right now.
So, what's your TikTok name?
Sure, on TikTok, my name is The World of Poe.
Spell it.
Sure, TheWorldPoe. That's the same as my Instagram again.
That's The World Poe.
The World of Poe. Yep. Oh yeah. The World of OF. Yeah. Of
Okay.
Poe. So yeah. My bad.
Sure.
Yeah.
Put it in the comments. So follow Fonzo on TikTok, you guys, and Facebook, wherever he's at. The World of Poe Instagram. He's a good guy. He got things going on. He got Venue 82 in Rockingham. Support the brother.
89.
Oh, I'm sorry. 89. I apologize.
Okay. They about to go off the block. They go around the corner. I don't know where it's at. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you doing this, man.
This is my first podcast that didn't involve sports. So hope you guys no, I had one on election things, but I think, listen, man, somebody heart was changed tonight. Mine's definitely changing. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting close to it. So but like I said, thank you for your wisdom, your words. I appreciate it. It hit home. And maybe we'll do one of these again with a different subject. I mean,
no doubt.
Just trauma. I mean, we dealing with it. We hiding it. Don't want it to be seen. We're ashamed. But like Fonzo said, I am great. I am loved. The world needs me. I am worthy. I am worthy. So let's end on that note, man. Be blessed, everybody. Bald Guys Know It All podcast. The World of Poe. Support this brother. The World of Poe on TikTok. The World of Poe on Instagram. Follow him. He has great positive affirmations online every other day. So if you want to see him online, give you that game to get you where you need to go, follow this young man right here.
Appreciate it.
All right, y'all. Good evening.
Peace.
Be blessed.